Okay, so we're just recapping what Python is. This is what we've done last week. So if you managed to get to this stage, give yourself a pat on the back like you already did. You made it this far already. So Python is a lot more difficult than Scratch, but if you can do this, then you can be on the same levels as the grown-ups, you know? You'll be very smart if you can follow this far. So awesome. So can anyone tell me what the difference between Python and Scratch is? Yep, Risha.
So Scratch is just like you use blocks to program, and then
Yes.
in Python you have to use a specific language instead of block. It's like, for example, you use like ed for in the ed you use ed dot go forward if you want this to go forward, and
Yep.
like you can also put the speed in.
Yep, that makes sense. Awesome. Thank you
And
very
for
much.
the Scratch, you have to put like the forward block. It's more
Yep,
easier instead of typing. You just have to like drag it with your mouse and put in the stop button.
exactly. Yep. So awesome. So Scratch is using blocks, was Python you use you actually have to type everything out. Okay, so is Python case sensitive? Thumbs up for yes or thumbs down for no? Is Python case sensitive? So everything has to be in capital or non-capital. Does it matter if things are capital and or non-capital? Um, if it's yep, I can see a lot of you putting your hands up or you're putting your thumbs up. That's perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much. Um, okay, awesome. One last thing is okay. So actually, Rishab has answered this pretty brilliantly already, but let's maybe give it to some other person. Does anyone else want to explain what the difference between Python and Scratch? Does anyone else want to give a go? Yep. Abdurrahman, yep. Oh, you're on mute. Can you unmute? Yep.
With Scratch, you can only like have a specific set of codes, but with Python, you have like unlimited things you can do, so you can make more advanced things.
Awesome. Yep. So you can do the nesting on NPy. Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Okay, awesome. So now let's go to the website here. So I'm just going to post the link to the chat. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to launch NPy. When you launch NPy, please press Start Programming version 2.0. So we're doing version 2.0 here. Okay, awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, I'm just going to quickly look over, we are pretty much going to continue on with how to set up, how to pretty much allow yourself to, what's it called, just to drive, you know, just to simply drive in, what's it called, in Ed Scratch. So Ed Python. Okay, so last week, we're just going to quickly revise on loops. So last week, what we did was we made this loop here. So just try to type along if you can. Try to type along if you can. If you go and press enter on the next slide, make sure if you see spaces here, if you see spaces here, you can do 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you press the tab button, which is above the caps lock, or if it's below the escape button. So you can do caps, so you can do tabs, or you can space 4 times. So what we're going to do is we are going to what's it called? Just allow ourselves to play beep. We're going to play the beep here. Okay, so does anyone want to have a guess what it will do? What this program will do? If does anyone want to raise a hand and guess what this program will do? Yep, Abdurrahman?
Just make it play a continuous beep forever.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm just going to show you the equivalent on Ed Scratch, so you can understand what the difference is. You want me to open this? I'm just going to. This is just to help me explain to you what the difference between what we're doing here. So we have what's it called? Let me just quickly just put this. Actually, wait. I'm just going to put this side to side like this, so you can. I'm just going to just quickly show you the difference between what we're doing now in like EdPy and what is the equivalent in Ed Scratch. So at least you can understand how things will work. So this is pretty much the same thing as saying what's it called, putting the forever here, putting the forever, and then we just what's it called, playing beep. So this is pretty much the same thing here. So I'm just going to program this, and then we will try running it. So I'm just going to set this up, set up my Edison program. Wait, let me try again. And then this is running it. It's going to keep like beeping forever and ever and ever and ever. So now I'm going to move on to the next part here. I'm going to also make it like drive forward and spin. Just follow with what I'm doing right now. I want to set a drive so we can see. I'm just going to maybe zoom out a little bit more. We can see a drive. We can see what the parameter is. We can have. I'm just going to quickly move this out so you can see it much better. Okay, so we have a drive here. I'm not sure if I can try to spread it out a bit more. I'm not sure. Okay, so you can see pretty much in a drive you can determine the direction, the speed, and distance. Yep, what's up?
So I have like a problem. See, for me, it says something called HTTPS dot like, and there'll be like two slashes www.edpyapp.com/#chatcode. Is that supposed to be there?
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But it's saying that there's a syntax error.
Oh, you mean like in the code itself? Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Let me quickly finish the code. I'll paste it in the chat, and then you can follow on what to do afterwards. Okay, I'm just doing this for this purpose, just for demonstrating. You can try to type along, but I'll give you opportunity to run the code itself. So we have direction, speed, and distance. Okay, so you can see here you have. I'm just going to quickly try to set this. You have we have Ed Drive. Okay, so actually I'll make it an interactive class, more interactive. So what should I put? We're focusing on direction now. I have the Ed Drive command here. How do I make it drive forward? Does anyone want to raise their hand or maybe type in a chat what I should do, what I should put in the first parameter here, the first slot here, to make it drive forward? Bishar?
I think you have to put the forward, and then you have to put speed and put the speed like I think.
Okay, so how do I which forward should I use?
I think you have to put capital E and then D, and then you have to put like a dot, and then you have to put forward in full caps.
Yep, okay, that's good. Okay, awesome.
Then I think you have to put speed.
Okay, I'll let someone else answer the speed, but thank you so much for the direction. Thank you so much, Rita. Awesome. Okay, so who wants now? I want to make it drive probably at a speed of 8. How do I get it to happen? Okay. How do I get it to happen? Does anyone else want to give a shot or what I should put in? Yep, Zayn.
Do you put in the speed?
Yeah, okay, speed. What speed should I add in? Because this is the second part here. The speed. What should I add in? Okay, I'll just do a demonstration. I want to put it speed 8. Let's see how this command wants to put in speed 8. I'm going to do ed.speed 8. And then what's it called? The distance. I want to do what's it called? Probably like 10 centimeters. So I'm just going to put, so you can see this distance here. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can try this. Yeah, so it should be distance here. So, like for example, this should be. This is going to run at 3 centimeters. So I'm just put like, but then I want to do 10 centimeters. So I'm going to put 10 here. Okay. So this will make it drive forward, and it will run forward at speed 8 for 10 centimeters. Okay. So okay, awesome. So how I want to make it now spin right. How do I do that? So does anyone want to have a shot at this? And how to do at full speed ahead? How would I do this? Does anyone want to volunteer? Okay. Richard, can you raise your hand? Okay,
Yeah,
so
can
what?
you please repeat the question again, please?
Actually, I'll ask you now. How do I make the Edison robot to pretty much, how do I say this? Spin left. Oh, sorry, spin right. So turn.
From what I remember, I think you put ed.spin.
I'm
not sure.
maybe, but you can. You remember there's this parameter here where you can make it spin right. Yep. So okay. So how do I make it spin right? So
you have to put like all caps spin.
Okay. ed.spin.
Yeah, and then you have to pull like the bottom line, like the small line. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yep. Awesome. Thank you, Vishal. Okay, I'm gonna move on to Alex. Alex, how do I make it go full speed ahead?
To make it full speed ahead, it's ed.drive, the ed.drive, and then
Yeah.
and full speed. Wait, what was it called again? Yeah, as I remembered, it was full speed.
So okay, so what should I put here? Because like we've done spin right already here for spinning right. Now we want to do full speed. So what should I choose?
Full.
This is for speed 8, but then okay, so what do you say? Speed?
Speed full.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Alex. Abdurrahman. Okay, so now I want to make it spin at 90 degrees.
Then you type in 90.
Okay, so how would I make it? Okay, let's just maybe find. Okay, so here. So you see how it's spin at 90 degrees. What should I add in to make it spin 90 degrees here?
Number adds there's the number 90.
Awesome, thank you very much.
And
Okay.
also, if it's while true and then there's a space and it says add play B, doesn't that make it beep forever and the next two lines won't ever come into play?
Yes, perfect. Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. I was about to ask a question. Awesome, yes. So as Abdurrahman brilliantly pointed it out, because this is in the forever loop, right? This will never run at all. This will never run. So I'll show you the equivalent here. So this will be the same. So this will be driving forward at speed 8. Yeah, this will never, like this will, the thing is, it's not going to speed come here. Like it's basically like trying to put this underneath here. It's going to drive forward for 10 centimeters at speed 8, and then we're going to try to spin right. We're going to try to spin right 90 degrees at full speed ahead, which is like 10. So the thing is, because this is in the forever loop, it will never run these two commands here. Okay, awesome. Yep, thank you very much for explaining that, Abdurrahman. So now, how do I make this run? How do I make this run? Actually, I'll ask a simpler question. Where should I put this to make the Edison robot spin forward and spin right? Does anyone want to have a shot? Actually, Alex, do you want to give it a shot? I see your hands up.
I just forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, but do you want to give it a shot? How do I make this run? Because right now it's below here. Where should I put this to make it run?
So ed.drive.
Oh, in the ed.scratch. Where should I move the blocks?
In just below the beat.
Yep, awesome. So you put it in the forever loop. Awesome. Thank you very much, Alex. Does anyone else want to have a shot on how do I make it happen? So here in Ed Scratch, we put it inside the forever loop, but how do I do this here? Yep, Abdul Rahman already answered the first time. Rishabh, how about you?
So I think it's a capital E D dot. To make it go forever, I think you have to put forever.
Well, okay, you're close. This makes it go forever. So where should I put this? Where should I put this?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for attempting a shot. Okay, Abdurrahman.
You put 4 spaces between the ed drives.
Okay, so put 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do tab. And should I have a space here or should I close space?
Close the space, I think.
Yep, awesome. Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. So now this should work now. So it should try to do speed, then it will try to drive forward and spin. So let's now program this. You can also program it as well. I'll try to program this, and I'll give you time to program this and give you the opportunity to demonstrate as well. Okay, so now we're gonna run this. Okay, awesome. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna try to demonstrate this running. So here, let's just show you this. Let's show this running. It's driving pretty much in a square. So it's gonna run forever. Okay, awesome. I'll give you all opportunities to try to run this code now. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this code in the chat. And maybe just copy this below. Yep, Zayn.
I'm trying to do my code, but they're saying there's an error doing my 14th command. It's saying that it's wrong.
Okay, so you said it's line 14, so must be this. You might have misspelled it, or you might have done ed or something like that, you know?
Yes, they're not to IE check. Oh, I think I got my mistake.
Yep, awesome. Thank you very much.
It has to be capital.
Exactly. Yeah, perfect. It has to be, yeah. So make sure like the capitals is accounted for. Make sure all the spelling is correct as well. If you doubt your spelling, just copy my code and paste into the notepad, and just compare the difference between the two, and you can see. Okay, and when you're done, please raise your hand and we can demonstrate.
My Edison is turning very slowly. Like this. That's what you stop that noise. Yeah, can you make it
Did you do this? Sorry, can you hear me? Sorry, sorry, I wasn't speaking the whole time. Okay, did you put the same speed as well?
Yeah, it says at speed full.
Okay, that's interesting. So, but the whole code is the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a slight delay in the while loop, maybe based on the compiler itself, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It just looks a bit slow. Maybe your battery might be what's it called? Might be running out, but it looks pretty good. Here we go. So awesome. Good job, Abdurrahman. Okay, Alex.
I want to demonstrate.
Yep, awesome. Let's see what you've done, Alex.
I'll just turn off my background.
Sure. Oh, it looks really good. Good job, Alex. Awesome. Great job, Alex. Thank you very much. Zayn?
Can I demonstrate?
Yeah, sure. Can you turn on your camera and see what you've done? Okay, so it's probably some stuff that we've done from last week. Maybe try reprogramming it.
It's like not moving that far. It's moving instead slower.
Okay. Maybe just try copying and pasting the code and try running it again. Okay, awesome. Maybe you can demonstrate for the next activity. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to look at the variables and how to use loops with variables. So I'll just quickly give you a what's it called? I say this. I'll quickly give you like a demonstration on what we've done in the equivalent in what's it called in how do I say this in Scratch. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make it maybe I'm going to make it like drive. I'm going to make it pretty much do the same thing, the same program, but we will run this like pretty much repeat this 10 times. We'll repeat this 10 times here. So, but then what's the alternative way of doing this? What we can do is we will do, because pretty much we'll repeat 10 times, or it will loop through this 10 times. Okay, so it will start 0 and then it will start 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll show you the equivalent in using variables here. So how we do this here is we're going to create a variable. You don't have to go on at Scratch. We will do this in EdPy, but I'm just going to explain to you what is the equivalent in Ed Scratch, so you can understand how to do this in EdPy. So we can do this loop count here. We'll create a variable called loop count, and then what we'll do is we'll set loop count to 0. We'll set loop count to 0, and then what we'll do is we will repeat until, so we'll pretty much repeat until, so we'll put this in here, and then we'll repeat this until, I'll quickly explain this, and then I'll try to demonstrate this on Scratch, and then I'll divide the equivalent on EdPy, and then you can understand how it works in EdPy. And we can pretty much repeat this into what's it called? That's interesting. Let me find a different way. Repeat into maybe into shouldn't find if there's any equivalent of doing this. Okay, so it will be similar to this. So we'll repeat into say just give me a second here. Actually, I'm just going to do repeat into loop count is greater than 10. So, yeah, it should be loop count is probably greater than or equals to 10. So, she's going to do this. This is a very complicated. This will be slightly complicated. So just hang in there, and we will try to. For those, just don't worry about the Scratch part. I'm just going to explain to you how this will work in Scratch, and then we'll do the same thing. Okay. So maybe when it's greater or equals to 10, and then what we'll do is we will set loop count to what's it called? Loop count plus 1. So just please pay attention to this concept here. This is a simpler way, but this is the equivalent way of writing this here. You see why it's very important we use this format here, so we can implement it in EdPy. This is very important you understand this in this point here. So actually, if you want, you can follow along and set this up in Scratch. Okay, so I'm just going to set this up in Scratch. You can also follow along as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we will try to run this here. So now it should run this 10 times. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me try this again. It should beep 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it should run 10. It should beep 10 times. So So this is equivalent of like beeping 10 times and stuff. So first of all, maybe try to implement this here. Implement this first, and then we'll try to implement that in what's called EdPy. Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes just to implement this. I'm just going to add this comment here. Do not implement. Do not create. I'll say create this below. I'll just say ignore. I've also pasted the link to the Ed Scratch app itself. So if you don't have this, maybe you can try implementing it as well. Okay, I'll give you 2 more minutes. All you have to do is implement this block here. That's all you have to do. So you can make a variable here. So loop count, to get the loop count, you just have to make the variable here. And just type it in and just create variable. And you can use it anytime, anywhere you want. We did the class on variables a few weeks ago before we went to EdPi. So I hope this is a revision for you all. Okay, has anyone done? Has anyone done? Okay, the other part is ignored because this is the exact same. These two will do the exact same thing. The issue is, the issue is that we cannot write this in EdPi. So the closest thing to doing this in EdPi is using writing it like this. So this is why I'm doing this exercise here, so you can understand what is the equivalent in EdScratch before we implement it in EdPi. Okay, Zain, do you want to demonstrate? You said you're done. Do you want to demonstrate? Yep, Zain and Kiran. Is either one you want to demonstrate? Okay, Kiran. Let's see what you've done. Kiran, are you there? Yep.
Yeah.
Can you turn your camera on so we can see what you've done? Yeah, perfect. Let's see what you've done. Oh, I love the Legos. It's very creative. Yep. Okay, he's setting up right now. Yep. Nice. Awesome. Did you run 10 times, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Good job, Kiran. Great job. Brilliant job. This is harder, so I'll give you a pat on the back. Okay, awesome. Alex, you want to demonstrate?
I did something different on EdPi.
Okay, well, let's see what you've done on EdPi. Okay, so you've done the EdPi stuff. Awesome. More advanced stuff. Oh, nice. Oh, so cool. Did you do that yourself?
Yeah.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, if maybe you can send code if you want. If you have any cool code, maybe you post space in the chat, and we can all see the stuff. So awesome, good job, Alex. That was really impressive. Okay, awesome. So now, what we're gonna do now is, okay. So before we move on, this next part is very important. Please pay attention. This would be very important. Okay, I'm just going to draw on the screen here. Okay, so let me know if you can see it or not. No, this is not what I want to do. No, sorry. Actually, this should be fine. Yeah. Okay. So we have. I'm gonna do a small line here. Actually, no, this is too small. I'm gonna make it darker. I'll make it a larger line here. I'll make it larger. Okay, we have this line here. We have say 0, and we have 10 here. Okay, I'm just gonna maybe try moving that. Wait, sorry. We have the number 10 here. Just bear with me for a second here. So we have 0 and we have 10. Okay, so this one greater than or equals to 10, which means we have, I'm just going to set this circle here. Wait, okay, so we have this circle here, and what it will do is it will be greater than. So this will be equals to, this will be greater than or equals to 10. So any number will be greater than or equals to 10. So this can be, just say 11, 12, and etc. So this number here will be greater than or equals to 10. So I'm just going to put it simple here. So this will be, the top part will be greater than or equals to 10. Okay, so the thing is, like, we need to do the opposite. We need to know the opposite here. This will make sense when we do the opposite part. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the opposite, which is less than 10. So this will not include 10. So when we do below here, so we're going to do this command. We're going to do this text here. Just maybe change colors. This will be less than 10. So actually, I'll ask: is 1 less than 10? Is 1 less than 10? Yes or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Is 1 less than 10? Thumbs up. Yep. Okay. Is 9 less than 10? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay. Is 10 less than 10? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Yep, awesome. I'm glad you understand that. So we have these two combinations. So okay, I'll just maybe flip the script here. Is 15 greater than or equals to 10? Thumbs up, yes? Or no? Okay, is 10.5 greater than or equals to 10? Yes, no? Is 10 greater than or equals to 10? Yes or no? Yep, awesome. It sums up. Yep. Okay, is 9 greater than or equals to 10? Yes, no? Yep, awesome. Alex, you said no. Awesome. Okay, so this is very important. What we're going to do is we will implement that for, we will keep this in mind when we go to this part here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set loop count to 0. So how are we going to do loop count to 0 in EdPy? We're going to do this first step here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set loop count equals to 0. That's the first part. And now we're going to set repeat until loop count is less than or equals to 10. But the thing is, like, it means until. So it'll pretty much run the program first. You keep running until this is the case. When, say, loop count is equals to 11, it will not run this anymore. But what we're going to do in Python here is we are going to do the opposite. So the opposite of greater than or equals to 10 is less than 10. So what we're going to do is we will do while loop count is less than 10. So this is how Python works. You check this first before it runs. But but for this one, it will run this first and it will check afterwards. So now it will pretty much run this loop here. We will run our program as normal here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set loop count to loop count +1. So we're going to increase it. So we're going to do loop count equals to loop count +1. So this is pretty much our code. I will try to run it and see if it runs only 10 times. And then I'll give you an opportunity to run it yourself. So I'm just going to program Edison here. Wait, so let me just quickly. Right, let me just quickly set this up here. I'm going to program Edison. It will take longer on EdPy. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run it. So let's see how it runs. Should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, awesome. So it ran pretty much 10 times. So this is how you run this in equivalent to this program here. The thing is we have to swap this around. That's why this will pretty much do the same thing, but we have to swap this around because while is a whole different version of how to do loops here. Okay. Jas Khan. Okay, you know you've been trying to message that there's been issues. Okay, what I recommend you to do is watch the first lesson. If this is your first lesson, watch the first one just to see how to program your Edison program, Edison robot, and then just try to emulate how it works. It's the same process on Scratch and EdPy. Yeah. So yeah, watch the first lesson. If this doesn't still work, maybe just switch your batteries. So yeah. So okay. So all you have to do is just change this. I'm just going to add this, copy and paste this code here. Okay. Okay. Did you change the batteries? Did you follow the steps? Has it previously worked, Jas Khan? Is it did you use to program it? Oh, this is never. Okay, if it's broken, I recommend if it doesn't, if you did change the battery doesn't work, then I recommend you get a new one. Or maybe talk to the contact Brilliant Kids. Maybe they can to see how to fix it properly. A specialist who can fix it. Okay. I'll give you a few minutes. All you have to do is just change a few lines here. All you have to do is change this and add this. So it looks much better if you wrote it like this than how Scratch does it. Yep, Kira, do you want to demonstrate?
Oh yeah.
Also, let's turn on your camera. You turn your camera on?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I can see now. Perfect. Awesome. I'm gonna try running that. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Awesome. Good job, Kira. That was really brilliant. Thank you very much, Kira. Awesome. Now, okay, so probably one last thing before we wrap up the class is we actually, these two run the same way, but okay, Jackson, how did you fix it? How did you fix it? I'm curious to know. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same equivalent thing in Python. This command here. I'm just gonna move this up here. I'm gonna show you the equivalent way of doing this and more another way of doing this. Okay, so you can do this in .py by using this instead. So what you can do is you can comment this out. You can do this by doing the hashtag. You can just ignore, you can comment it, which means it will ignore everything you type. So for example, it's similar to this. The code, the compiler will not read this. The compiler will not read this code. It's just there for your notes and stuff, you know? So if you comment this out, what will happen here? Does anyone want to know? Give a guess. If once I comment this out, does anyone want to have a guess? Maybe if I shift this back here, does anyone want to have a guess what this program would do? Or actually, better idea. How many times will this program run? Will it be 5 times, 2 times, or 1 time? You can just do in your finger and stuff. You want to do 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times? Does anyone want to guess? Actually, Linus, I haven't heard from you for a while. Do you want to guess how many times this program will run? If I commented out?
I really I don't really know.
Do you want to guess a number? Because before, is to make it run 10 times, but now without the repeat, how many times will it run?
10 times.
The while loop, yes, it ran 10 times, but without it, how many times? Without the loop, how many times would it run?
Does it stay the same?
No, it is slightly different. Instead of running 10 times, it runs how many times?
5 times?
No, but you're getting closer. How many, okay, how many block do you see? How many blue things do you see?
3.
Yes, that's 3 lines. That's 3 lines, yes. But how many group is it? Is this 1 group, 2 group, or 1 group?
I'm really confused this right now, but
Okay. Thanks for trying out, Linus. It runs only once.
okay.
Only once. Does it make sense? Because before we run this with the loop, it runs 10 times. It runs only once. Yep, awesome. Thank you very much, Linus. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add this instead. So what we're going to do is for loop number in range 10. Okay, in range 10. So it would run everything from range from 0 to 10. So from 0 to 10. So I can comment this out. It should do the exact same thing. So let me try running it, and then you can try running it on your end as well. Yeah. I will try running this as well. It'll take slightly longer. Yeah, and it should run only 10 times. Okay, yep, so it runs only 10 times. Just to make it easier, I'll take all the comments out and it should still do the same thing. So this is one way of saying repeat. This is the same way of saying repeat here. So I'm just going to program this and then I'll copy and paste the code. Actually, I will give it to you as well. I'm just going to show that it will do the exact same thing. Try it on your end as well, but you can also, wait, let me just connect this here. Let me just turn it off and turn it on again. Let me just. So as you can see, it should do the exact same thing here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, sorry, let me, because I hit a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, it should pretty much do the same thing. It's what it will do is it will pretty much run this. Let me try to find a way. 2, 3. So let me. It's pretty much like running from 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But imagine this is 10 here. So it runs everything from 0 to 10. Yeah. So yeah, awesome. Hope this makes more sense. This is one of the more complicated casts. If you can understand, then that's really good. Give yourself a pat on the back. If you don't understand, just rewatch the video and try it again until you understand. And just do some, maybe experiment with different numbers. Let's see if you can understand this. But yeah, this is one of the more advanced class, more difficult concepts. If you don't understand, don't beat yourself up. It's completely normal. Even grown-ups struggle with this, learning this for the first time as well. So if you can understand, then you're doing a really brilliant job. So yeah, awesome. Other than that, in the chat, I will. You can see, check this out on YouTube again. But other than that, I'll wrap up the class right then and there. Brilliant Kids Australia admin, do you have anything else to say?
No, I think we're out of time. Yeah, I hope you learned something. It's a bit complicated, but if you watch the YouTube again, maybe you will understand more. All right, I'm gonna unmute everyone to say goodbye to Peter.
Bye.
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 Bye everyone. Have a good evening.